What's up, everybody? Today I wanted to make some guides for the Advanced Warfare speedrun to clarify, skips, routes, make the game more accessible to everybody. For starters, I won't be explaining how to set up live split, how to time runs, or how to record and submit runs, as this video is meant to be for those who are a bit more familiar with speedrunning and have at least read the rules for this specific game. I will also be using PlayStation buttons when I'm talking about what to press during certain skips, but I'll also say, keyboard and mouse keys, just not Xbox. So you'll have to convert it if you are playing on an Xbox controller. I'm running on the S1X client. This client makes it so that you have access to the developer console, and that gives you access to a bunch of tools, things that, allow you to no clip, change your time scale, fix FOV issues, cap FPS, turn on God mode, all those kinds of things. It just makes testing and running the game a lot smoother in my opinion, but it's up to you if you want to run on this or the Steam version. If you are in the Steam version, you do get access to some tools like the velocity meter that measures your speed, and an auto splitter for live split, which are very nice to have. So it's your choice what trade-offs you want to make. The S1X client, live split, OBS, and game splits, all are going to be available on the speedrun page for this game. And on top of that, I've made a tool for managing your save files so that you can quickly load up, specific levels or skips and practice them in a much more efficient way. A couple things to know when going into this. If you're running on PC, you should absolutely, first things first, go into your video settings, go to advanced video, go to the very bottom, turn shader preload off. That's going to dramatically decrease your load times, and it's going to make things a lot smoother. I don't know why this slows the game down as much as it does, but keeping this off is absolutely for the best. If you're running on console, unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with slower load times and lower FPS potentially. In the end, it doesn't really make a difference to final times. And if anything, some levels are actually more stable on console and are less likely to crash. That out of the way, I'm going to jump right into Induction. So Induction, the thing that's going to save you the most time is going to be your movement. While I was in the middle of making this video, I found a new route that actually prevents any soft locking or crashes. It's a little complex, but it is absolutely worth doing, and I highly recommend doing it. Otherwise, you might have to deal with constant crashes and soft locks on the level, and you don't really want that when you're trying to run the game, especially if you're doing any percent. To start, there's going to be a couple quick time events. This game has a lot of them. They're pretty arbitrary, so it'll just ask you to press random keys, but they're really easy to remember. The quick time events in this level are really easy to learn. You're gonna either mash square or F, depending on your input. After that, you're gonna press L2, then R2, or left click, then right click. And then you're gonna press R3 or E to finish the first quick time event sequence. Once you gain control, it's gonna get a little bit more complicated. But here, it's gonna mash square or F. And you really don't have to do it fast at all. You only have to press it a few times. And I don't know why it has you do it for so long. Here, it doesn't matter if you press L2 or R2 or left click then right click first. But I like to do L2 then R2 just because it seems a little bit faster to start from the left and then go to the right. I just did right up there on accident. Perfect. Doesn't really matter though. I've timed it before. There's no difference. So melee it with whatever key that is. That's probably going to be E. But you can also press R3. Once the doors open, you are done with the quick time events. So you're about to gain control here. I have a save here if you want to download that in the description as well. What you're going to do here is you're going to press right on the D-pad or 6. It's whatever your underbarrel is. Then you're going to turn around, go through here. You're not going to kill these guys. Don't have to worry about it. You can either stomp and hit this wall. You can hit that wall, this wall, the corner. It doesn't matter as long as you hit it low enough, probably here or lower, and then you fall down here. If you hit the ground straight up, you will die. So if you don't want to, do the stomp method, you can just do a hover like this. And you want to try to time that as last second as you can. Obviously, you don't want to be hovering all the way down. It's just going to be way slower. So one more time, right on D-pad. This way, past these guys, and stomp. That's what I like to do. So right about now, it's probably appropriate to talk about the movement in this game. The main resource of movement, if you do not have an exosuit, is going to be B-hopping. And to do that, it's pretty simple. You're just going to jump as soon as you hit the ground. Something to remember though, is you cannot keep B-hop momentum going downhill. If you're going uphill, it's fine. So, for example, this drop right here even, you will lose speed the moment you drop off of it. and you can see it, like you get that hard landing, and it's pretty obvious when it happens. So on those, what you're going to be doing is you're going to jump and just dash. It's the fastest way to get through. It is a different story when you do have your exo jump, because b-hopping is not quite as resourceful, but for segments like these, b-hopping is absolutely crucial. Now here you're just going to b-hop and try to have the fastest movement as you can to get to the next part, which is the first skip of the run. So all you're going to do is go up here, you're going to dash over that wall there. So jump, dash. Very, very easy. It saves about a minute in time as well. It skips the entire tent there, so for that reason it's called tent skip, and it's probably the easiest skip you're going to have in the entire run, so enjoy it while it lasts. Once again, just to show it, stand right here, jump, dash. And you're just going to run over the turret, and you can hover if you'd like. Hovering can give you more speed than just running. It's a little weird to try to get, just try strafing midair, get into the turret. Now, what you'll notice is my HUD is not doing anything. So when you get into the turret, the first thing you're going to want to do is shoot at least once into the drone swarm. So if I do that, you can see my timer actually starts. From when that HUD circle thing pops up at the bottom, it's 20 seconds until you're able to exit the turret. So now we just wait. I like to look this way because if you don't, then you'll notice it's going to snap my aim around and face that direction whenever the thing is done. Right here, you know, once the EMP is done, you're just going to press X or space, and you're going to see it's going to snap me around again. Like that. I don't know if it loses any time, but just in case, I face that way. When you finally exit the turret, you're going to be given a double jump, and the best way to utilize a double jump is by trying to hover out of it at the top of your jump. So you're going to double jump, hover, and try to get as much speed as you can. It's really weird, but do that. If you can't do that, then you're going to be sliding, double jump, dash. Sliding, double jump, dash. And now you're doing the next skip. This is the first out of bounds, and that's the name of it actually. So really easy. Jump from there to here, and then you're going to jump, hover, and double jump. This whole wall here, right here, it is not solid. You can pop right through it, and this barrier here is very forgiving. Just make sure you don't walk off that way. Now you're going to face towards that little beam, jump and run, and it's going to land you here. However you want to land here, if you want to jump and hover slowly just to be safe, you can do that. Whatever you do, don't land down there. You will die. So from there, you're just going to hover this way, and you want to have at least half of your hover to make this next jump. If you don't, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, but it's best to have as much as you can. Here there is a small gap you can fall through. It's this size, so it's really not a problem. Just make sure you jump over it. Now things get a little tricky here. What you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be aiming there. You can hover from a number of places to get there. I used to go from the very end here, but now I do it from here because it's just a little faster. So you're just gonna hop once. You're not going to double jump. You're just going to hop and then hover, and then you're going to go that way. It's very simple. I air strafe midair to gain a little bit more speed. And you're aiming for this like debris here, this little rubble. This barrier here, very wide as you can see. It's not hard to miss. There is a wall though, and that wall is going to be right here. I'll try to put like an image on screen to show it. It's very easy to avoid, but just don't go too far left and you'll be fine. Now you're going to walk this way. If you try to jump too soon, you might, you know, not quite get out where you need to. Like here you can hit your head. So I like to cram into the little corner here, then jump up and go to the right. Doing that's going to hit a checkpoint that is right here. Old strats meant that you would hop through there, go up the escalator, and continue the mission as normal. But this new strat prevents any soft locking and is a tad bit slower. It's a hair slower, but it's worth doing, I promise. So just gonna hop up here. It's fairly easy to do. Like you're not gonna fail this as long as you don't jump off anywhere. And you want to make sure that you have full hover so that you can make this one, because it is a pretty far one. Where you're aiming, there's a turret there. You're aiming a little bit further to the right. So between the lights over there and the turret, this jump is really not that bad. So what you're going to do is you're going to jump and hover. and you're gonna hover at the same time as you press jump because there is a small delay on it. So you're gonna jump, hover. I'm air strafing right now, so I get a little bit more distance. Go to the left of this pole. It's important that you do whatever this thing is right there. Go to the left, take a right, pop up. It's a very small right. It's like a 45-degree angle or something. It's just gonna take a little bit of practice to feel like where you need to go. If you jump up here, make sure that you don't jump up and hit your head on that. Make sure you're not too far left because you'll hit your head on like these things. Alternatively, there is another route you can take that's slightly safer but slightly slower as well. And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to hover over further left instead of taking that right. And you're going to jump up and land on the ledge here and then jump up again. And from there, it's virtually the same. Go this way. However you can, you're going to get to the charges here as fast as you can. This next skip is very easy to do. All you gotta do, you shoot these guys. They're the only ones that are required. If you want to be a little more safe, you can shoot other people to, you know, prevent dying later, but it's very simple. You're gonna jump from that generator to here, double jump again, and you're gonna land on this barrier. Drop down. Don't go too far out that way because you can and will mission fail. You want to squeeze the side of the building here. Jump out, and you're going to hover and take a left to about that direction. I use the sign as a marker there. Jump up just like that, and you're good. It's kind of tricky sometimes, but with practice, it's really not that hard. So yeah, once you pop up, you're just going to run to the end here. You can do a hover here for more speed if you want, or B-hop, it doesn't really matter. You're going to go over this way, up the stairs. You're gonna get a checkpoint there, walk in here, get to this point as fast as you can. This cutscene is gonna be bugged out. They might be shooting at you, like for example, the drone over there is not meant to be shooting. That guy with the shotgun. You can die here, I believe. Like that rocket can hit you and then someone might shoot you. These guys up here with the rockets can be problems. But not too accurate, fortunately. Will is going to teleport directly over there. You can see it's actually already open. This area is a little problematic though because there's a small chance that a bug occurs. The way that you can prevent it is by going as fast as you can, which is naturally going to happen anyway, and you can also try shooting everyone in the previous area. The bug is basically, it causes Will to disrupt his animation where he's planting the charges on the ship here, and it's after 10 seconds. So if you give him the charges and then he just walks off, that means that you will soft lock and you need to go to the last checkpoint. To be extra safe, you can just wait 10 seconds, but as you can see, I didn't get a bug here. So just like that, that is Induction, and you are done with the first mission. Now this cutscene is copyrighted, so what you're gonna have to do is remove audio and then put some kind of overlay on screen. I have a tutorial on that as well in the description. But besides that, you should be prepared to do the first mission. And for the remainder of the video, I'm gonna put up a run on the screen to show everything in action.
World with a
Okay, we need to get our feet on the ground and link up with them on team one. Yes, sir. Keep those drones up! Good work, soldier. Contact, got it up!
find an access panel and trap the target inside.
This is Defender 2-3, coming into attack. 2-3, switching targets. We're taking hits. Moving position.
Let's do it.